I got this image off MacLab stock off the people page, and you can see I'm not scrolled down very far. Clicked on this guy and drug him down, dropped him on Photoshop. And now we have the Photoshop version, and you notice that because I wanted to use a clipping mask here, I changed the name. So the background layer, you can't put anything below the background layer, but if you double click on this and give it some name, original, now you can add a layer below it. And, ooh, see that? Command click on the new layer icon adds a layer below the original instead of clicking on this, adds it above. How about that, huh? So I'm going to undo twice with Option Command Z to get back to this point. Now, next step. I just took the selection tool, added a new layer on top, and drug out a selection. And I didn't want to cover up his eye, so I just took and dropped it in, somewhere like that. And then filled with white with Command Delete. And I'm not using that delete key in the center. I'm using the backspace key. The delete key, not PC users backspace key. So you know what I'm talking about. And then Command D to deselect. Now we've got this layer. Then turn this thing into black and white. And there's a black and white adjustment layer setting here. And I went ahead and chose maximum black, and then I played with these sliders and did some stuff and made some custom settings, and we'll just say that's good right there. Always customize, try to make this look good. And then I'm not going to show you, whoops, didn't want to switch over there. I'm not going to take the time. I'm going to come up here onto this. I want to select my text. So I'm going to double click, oops, wrong layer. Turn this on. Click here to select this text layer. Get the move tool so I don't have that selection tool. Double click, and that selects the text. Then I'm going to copy it. Yes, I chose impact and went ahead and adjusted the tracking, or the leading, the space between the lines. So I got nice, tight leading. You guys can figure that part out. It's not that difficult. We're going to come over here to the at the queue. Hit T for the text tool, and I'm going to click to add an insertion point and Command V to paste that in. Get my move tool and just position this thing like so. Then, to see through, remember that image, if we cut back over here and switch over to our original, there we go, the text is showing the image underneath. So now there's a couple ways to do this, but I just figured let's just do it straight, do it simple. I want to select the pixels on this text. I don't want to select the text. See, that's selecting the text. Get back to the move tool. I want to select the pixels, so I'm going to hold down the Command key and click on that text icon, and it selects the pixels. And now I can hide that, move down to our solid white layer, and just hit delete. Command D to deselect, and that's how simple it is to simulate this right here. And I can't find a large version of this. It looks like there might be a layer style on this. I don't know. You can always add a layer style to this right here, but straightforward, pretty simple. Oh yeah, and there's some other text down here, and same thing. We can come up here, double click, selects that text, Command C, come back over here. And you would type it. Because I had this leading all figured out, I typed this thing full size, so it was really big and too big to use. Command V like that. And then instead of changing the font size and changing the tracking, I just did Command T and resize this thing on my own, and then repositioned it. Hit return to accept that. And then with the move tool, we can nudge this thing with the arrow keys, right? And put it where we want it. So, real simple. And I'll come back and show you really quickly how that other one was done, how the this guy, because this is a clipping mask and quite simple to do. Okay. You see? Easy. Now think of how many ways you can use this. You don't necessarily have to use the image. You can reveal an image through text with the clipping masked version, and I'll show you that. That's enough for now. We'll come back with that next video, get started. Starting to ramble.